Hello, I'm Brian Conlon, Development and Public Works Operations Director. Today I'm presenting the proposed Operations Division budget for fiscal year 2024. This first slide shows the Operations Division office and City Shops location at 201 South 18th, as well as a few pictures of staff working on program activities such as repairing a wastewater pipe lateral, testing a traffic signal controller, training how to install tire chains for ice and snow response, and roller compacting an asphalt paving project. The Operations Division, or OPS, primary charge is to operate and maintain the city's public infrastructure. Our central goal is to effectively manage these public assets with an aim to achieve high-quality work standards and extend their useful life. A common principle in our industry is to do preventive maintenance on our public facilities to deter the higher cost of rehabilitation and replacement. Our responsibilities include street and traffic control systems, wastewater conveyance, surface and subsurface storm drainage, street trees and urban landscaping, fleet management and equipment acquisition, emergency management, infrastructure data collection and management, and city building and lease property maintenance. OPS has a role in transportation planning and engineering for land use plans, current development permitting, and transportation facility plans. We also oversee the administrative management of the regional fuel facility for our partners including Springfield Public Schools, Willamette Parks and Recreation District, and Rainbow Water District. The Geographical Information Systems, GIS, workgroup provides multiple forms of mapping and data management services for all three DPW divisions as well as other city departments as requested. This includes documentation of infrastructure assets by creating maps and imaging tools to support land management initiatives. Another important role of GIS is tracking assets and work performed by environmental services and operations. The City Emergency Management Program coordinates the city efforts for responding to and effectively managing unforeseen emergencies and disasters. Our objective is to mitigate, prepare, and respond through effective city government services and help the community recover from an emergency or disaster. Operations proposes a funding increase to add 5 staff in the stormwater drainage and wastewater conveyance programs. OPS is currently responsible for maintaining over 140 bioswales, 40 plus miles of ditches and channels, approximately 150 acres of riparian zone plantings, and this number continues to grow with each new city development. This staffing request will enable implementation of a year-round surface stormwater crew with a focus to improve the functionality of these water quality facilities that are designed to reduce flood risk, mitigate invasive plants, and meet environmental permit requirements. Additionally, some staff time will be dedicated to wastewater preventive maintenance and collection system repair activities. With the addition of these new positions, OPS total staffing will increase to 73.55 full-time employees, or FTE. Note that the OPS proposed materials and services budget shows a reduction as American Rescue Plan Act projects funding has been moved into the city manager's budget. OPS proposed materials and service does include $3.2 million of ARPA funding in fiscal year 24 for the city streetlight replacement and energy savings project. Crews working on city residential street surfaces continue to focus on preventive maintenance methods aimed to extend the useful life of streets by applying crack and slurry seal treatments. OPS staff completed crack sealing of 6 miles on local city residential streets in preparation for the fiscal 23 slurry seal project. Staff also coordinated project mapping and segment identification for use in the design and project development with Lane County. OPS staff works with the Capital Engineering Group to determine the priority of streets selected for slurry seal maintenance. Again, this year we collaborated with Lane County through a joint procurement and construction contract. Working with Lane County has proven to be an economical benefit to achieve the best service at the lowest price. This season's project accomplished comprehensive sealing of 6 miles of residential streets in the city's west side neighborhoods. This project provided equitable customer service to all income levels. The paving crew completed approximately 2,800 linear feet of thin lift overlay on 52nd Street and 52nd Place between B and D streets, and 54th Street between A and E streets. Thin lift overlay projects are very popular with residents living on unapproved asphalt mat streets. The tree crew performed over 400 tree trimming services, including some removal requests, with follow-up replanting of approximately 80 trees. Surface drainage crews reshaped and removed sediment from 2,000 linear feet of roadside stormwater conveyance ditches and canals. They also completed approximately 75 work orders for water quality facility bioswales and contracted maintenance with Northwest Youth Corps to remove unwanted vegetation and invasive species in 20 acres of water quality facilities. The new training and safety coordinator position has allowed ops to begin addressing major initiatives that include working with the Bureau of Labor and Industries to create a new maintenance technician apprentice affirmative action plan and curriculum. The Ops Safety Coordinator also built a partnership with Knife River and Lynn Benton Community College to establish an entry-level driver training course for CDL drivers, which is mandated by the federal government. In addition, this year more than 20 trainings have been conducted to address safety, best practices, and skill development to increase employee knowledge and proficiency to lessen employee risk exposure. This included team and culture building, a field safety course, fundamentals of crew leadership, and flood fight training. 10 intersections received a variety of upgrades, which included radar signal detection, new traffic control hardware and software, cabinet upgrades, improved bicycle and motorcycle detection, and enhanced pedestrian safety features. The wastewater crew contracted to apply an herbicide foam treatment to remove roots from 2,400 feet of wastewater pipes in a Thurston neighborhood. The vehicle fleet shop purchased and implemented fleet management software to better track vehicle maintenance and repairs, improve scheduling of preventive maintenance, and to document records for possible audits. GIS staff continues to work with ops in the development of field tools to track the activities performed on infrastructure and assets. The information collected provides insights such as cost accounting of field activities and updates the current condition of assets. Spring cleanup is returning this year with a new partner location at EcoSort in Glenwood. This popular event, which helps residents get rid of unwanted recyclable items, returns after a 3-year pause. The new location will allow for a more streamlined event while reducing cost and improving safety. The Operations Division also received more than 1,500 customer service requests in fiscal year 23. Our administrative specialists interact with residents, city staff, and tenants to address calls, emails, and walk-in requests for service. These requests range across all program areas and include everything from pothole repairs to street grading, damaged traffic signs, tree trimming or removal, fire station and justice center maintenance, trash pickup and graffiti removal, and leased city property tenant requests. Operations staff have also processed over 3,000 underground utility locate requests so far in fiscal year 23. Now on to our fiscal year 24 initiatives. Operations staff is working to complete the citywide LED streetlight replacement project. We are currently under contract with an energy services provider that will replace and upgrade over 2,500 streetlights to LED for energy operations and maintenance savings. This construction project is scheduled to be completed by December 2023. Ops staff is working with the Community Development Capital Group for design and construction of ADA ramp upgrades and street surface milling of Astor Street at South 58th Street. Once completed, street maintenance staff will construct the asphalt overlay. Operations will begin to develop a water quality facility surface stormwater and riparian strategic plan to address the increasing number of water quality facilities to better meet the imposed permit requirements. If additional staffing is approved, Needed work will occur on city bioswales, ditches and channels in riparian zones. Ops will seek funding for a sand and equipment storage building. There is a need for construction of a covered sand bunker and vehicle and equipment storage for snow and ice events at the operations shops facility. The city is currently under contract with HDR Engineering to develop an emergency action plan for the 42nd Street levee. This plan will identify areas of the levee that are potentially vulnerable to flooding during a high water event and will assist staff with developing a flood fight plan. The city recently received confirmation of funding for a feasibility study for the 42nd Street levee with the Army Corps of Engineers. The study will take about 3 years and will determine whether there is federal support of the major need to improve the levee. Ops replaced a 20,000-gallon diesel tank in 2019 because of an interior wall leak. Ops staff will contract to inspect the 2 remaining tanks as they are approximately 30 years old. Like many employers across the country, the Operations Division is experiencing an increase in staff retirements and resignations. We currently have 15 new field apprentices enrolled in the 3-year apprenticeship and training program, more than ever before. There are inherent costs with getting staff properly trained and up to speed with the work we do maintaining city assets. These circumstances create a need to work with the Human Resources Department to develop an onboarding and retention strategy. Ops recognizes that there is a significant maintenance and capital backlog for both city streets and buildings and facilities. Staff is working with the Finance Department and the City Manager's Office to begin evaluating options to generate more resources to address these unmet needs and growing backlog. The wastewater crew will reinstate smoke testing as a method to identify leaking wastewater pipes. This technique is effective in wastewater collection system reconnaissance to identify defects such as cracks, faulty connections, or cross connections that allow stormwater to enter the wastewater system. The current operations facilities are approximately 60 years old. Many of these buildings and storage facilities need rehabilitation or replacement. We lack adequate men's and women's locker room facilities as we outgrow the current space. Consequently, Ops identifies a need to consult for a building condition assessment and determine the next steps for facility updates or replacement. The regional fuel facility is also outdated and needs efficiency and safety upgrades. We will work with agency partners from the Springfield School District, Willamette Lane, and the Rainbow Water District to develop a financial plan to make the appropriate updates. This will include replacement of the card lock system and software, fuel dispensing pumps, and fuel tanks, as well as improved restroom facilities and asphalt maintenance and repairs. This concludes the Operations Division current and proposed budget summary of programs and services. If you have any questions regarding this information or other budget questions, Operations Management staff will be present at the Budget Committee meetings and assist and answer questions. Operations staff sees it as a privilege to work for the community of Springfield. Thank you.